Wondering how you sum that up. It's an interesting afternoon with a penalty shootout win, but we find ourselves behind after going ahead, and it's our first competitive outing, so chat us through it.
Yeah, really entertaining game I felt. Difficult conditions as well. The wind was pretty bad and the pitch was a wee bit sticky for us, but that's football and we had to go and adapt it. Felt we pressed really well again. We're pressing really high and forcing Kelty in a few mistakes, but fair play to them as well. They were trying to play out and play good football. It was a really, really good game. It takes two teams to make a good game. Could have been 1-0 down. Boys hit a great free kick. I thought it was in myself, and we've got a bit of luck. It's bounced out, and then we got the park and get a penalty literally 30 seconds later. Close your eyes for a minute, and it's 2-1 to Kelty. So we have to acknowledge we have to do better in certain areas, which is a couple of poor decisions and very small decisions, but they can lead to big moments in games. But we kept our patience well in the game. A big pleasing aspect for me today was that, because when you're 2-1 down and you're dominating a second half, it can be very easy to lose the rag and let your mind wander and start kicking the ball long. But I felt we had a really good mix.
I was going to ask about the positives first off, and certainly there was a bit of kind of discipline across the 90 minutes, and we kept pressing right to the end there, getting the equaliser to get ourselves back in the game. What are the other positives? Is it primarily going forward that you felt that we were most pleasing?
Yeah, definitely. I think we were playing two up. Lewis and Jamie are a handful. You've got Big Jack to come into that as well, and we can always put Callum Smith up and mix things around a little bit. So our forward play was excellent. It was just the finishing. Some of the balls Ross Millen put in. Big Jack standing on the sidelines. He must have been delighted to see that, because he'll thrive off those sort of deliveries, and he's a finisher. So looking forward to getting Jack back involved this week, and with a view to the East Fife game. But in terms of our general play, yeah, we made good decisions. We just didn't execute the final part of it.
Is it that just getting that extra kind of quarter yard of mark sharpness in the kind of 6 yard box? We have to also say that Kilgooley had an excellent afternoon in goals for Kelty.
Yeah, he did some really, really good saves. Yeah, it's probably just that bit of sharpness, that wee bit higher tempo, and we discussed that before the game. Today wasn't about fitness, because the boys are now fit and they're ready to go. It's just getting that match sharpness, which we will try and get into them this week. A little bit of defensive work, because if we're being brutally honest, we've done a lot of attacking work in the last 2-3 weeks. So this week will be a bit more on the defensive side and the shape without the ball and how we have to work so hard to get back in. It's a really hard formation to play, but it's also really hard formation to play against when you get it right. But the boys need to be really, really on it and fit for that.
You've told us before many times that unless it's a worldie or a free kick that's nestling in the top corner, goals conceded always have an element of mistake in there, or could have done better. Yeah. What were the aspects that you saw there today? We really had a very high line in terms of the wide areas. Is today a wee bit of kind of trying out formations as well?
Yeah, definitely. It's a really hard formation for all the players, but particularly fullbacks, when we do that, because we're asking them to get really high, get really wide, get back in on the counter attack. We just need to work in the position without the ball, and how we can recognise the patterns of play we're trying to do earlier when we lose the ball. It's just a matter of 5 or 6 yards, but as little as that sounds to a lot of people, it's a huge distance in football. So we'll brush up on that, get used to it, and make sure our communication's just a wee bit better. We've got other things of showing players outside and not letting them cut in, because when they cut in, you're exposing your goalkeeper and your goal to attempts. But these are things we will get better at. It just takes a little bit of time, but overall, really, really happy with the 3 games we've had. I really enjoyed watching us today. I thought the football we played was really good, and really good quality, excellent in terms of us getting the ball back. So I'm very happy. I would like to have won the game in 90 minutes, there's no doubt about that, as we always want to do that, but overall, yeah, good day.
What about the injury for Keith? He goes off. Is that more precautionary, or was there just a niggle there?
Yeah, we all heard the bang when Kevin ran into him. It's basically a dead knee, if you can get that. He's taken a bang, it seized up a little bit. He probably could have played on if we really pushed it and it was a different afternoon, but we felt get him off, and it also gave Dylan Corr an opportunity.
I think I'm going to be run out of town if I don't ask you to give us a word on how our hosts have looked after us today here at Kelty, given our connections. Been a good day for the club in the wider front?
Absolutely, a good day for football in Fife, to be honest. I think we've seen 2 really good teams today playing good football and playing in the right spirit, and we've been here, or I've been here 3 or 4 times with other teams, and they've looked after us every single time. And when you look where Kelty have came from over the last 4 to 5 years, it's huge testament to the people behind the scenes previously and the people that are behind the scenes now. It's Michael's first managerial job. It's also a fantastic opportunity, and we'll always wish our neighbours to do well, as long as it's not against us.
And maybe the first time that you go ahead and pit your wits against Hillabeath?
Yes, exactly, yeah. I didn't know we had them next, but yeah, it will be, yeah. I do know now. Yeah, look, I've said it, and I'm not trying to patronise people. Any competition you enter, you want to win. You just don't know what's around the corner in football, and you don't know when your next win's going to come, and your next bit of silverware if you're lucky enough to win any. So this is no different. We go into the next game and we look to win.
We'll wish you well for what will be our final warm-up game against East Fife, and we'll let you get away. We were joking that it kind of looks like I'm holding you hostage here, but thanks for your time, Ian, and we'll chat through the week.
Thank you. Cheers.